this man is swearing at the asylum seekers who live inside this hotel. He's directly...
Friday night in Altrincham, a village in northern England. This man is here to protest against the housing of asylum seekers in a local hotel. The UK government has pledged to close these facilities by 2029, but for the people on this corner, that's not soon enough.
I'm stood outside the Cresta Court Hotel. It's a hotel just south of the city of Manchester that's currently housing around 300 asylum seekers. Now, if we just pan the camera slightly, you can see on the opposite side of the road, there are demonstrations taking place against the housing of asylum seekers in this facility. And while there may be around 10 or so people gathered today, it happens every single week, and it's been happening for about a year.
Refugees are welcome here.
However, this street looks very different when the other side shows up. Last August, hundreds gathered to show support for those living inside. One of the organisers of the demonstration was Naila Ashraf. We meet her along with Vinetta at her home. They are both part of Greater Manchester's branch of Stand Up to Racism.
If we didn't have a counter-protest, these people who are demonstrating outside these hotels will be seen as the voice of the local community. They will shape the narrative. So it's really important for there to be an alternative narrative, because we know when those demonstrations happen, the press turn up, it gets a lot of media attention, and we refuse to allow those people to speak for the rest of us.
Vinetta agrees, but says the resentment towards those seeking asylum comes from government policy.
Basically, we have policies that are denying them legal, safe routes into the country. When Labour was in, the last time, it was Blair's government that stopped asylum seekers working.
To understand life beyond the rallies, we visit a local church that opens its kitchen to those living in the hotels. In the kitchen, we meet Asma. She's cooking biryani. She came to the UK with her husband as a dependent on his work visa, but later divorced him after he repeatedly assaulted her both physically and verbally. For her safety, Asma chose not to show her face on camera.
My husband is so much older than me, like he is 45 and me is only now 25. And my marriage was forcefully arranged in Pakistan. So I was not happy with my marriage. And you know, it's Pakistani mentality. If our parents say you can and we need to do.
Asma tells me starting again in the UK on her own has been challenging, but being able to come here has given her some comfort. And less than half a mile away, another church offers a different kind of lifeline. Pastor Ashley Hardingham provides practical items, everything from SIM cards to clothing.
An Iranian man who's here with his 2 primary school age daughters in their journey from Iran through Turkey, Greece, and then through the rest of Europe. His wife collapsed and died of a heart attack walking through a forest in Greece. The people around him felt they couldn't help and support him, so he picked up his dead wife and with 2 very young children walked to the next village and had to go through all the bureaucracy and the health service and the death certificate for his wife. And then he has to continue with his 2 daughters. And that's the kind of person that needs help and support.
Razia is one of those who relies on his support. She fled Iran after converting to Christianity, considered a crime punishable by death. Like Asma, she did not want to be identified.
My daughter is 10 months, and she has never seen her dad. This is terrible. And the people who they are around the hotels and protest against the people who are asylum seeker, I want just tell them, be honest and don't judge these people. They had to do something that maybe they don't want to do.
When we spoke to Razia in mid-January, Iran was under a communications blackout following a violent crackdown on protesters.
These days, no news from Iran. Everything is disconnected, shut down. We don't have any news about my family, my husband. I really miss him. Every night, every morning, I open my phone. Maybe I can see his message. I'm alive. Don't worry about me. I'm here. The children always ask, Mommy, where is Daddy? When we can see him? No answer. I have no response. I don't know. It's difficult.
That sense of uncertainty is something we heard from everyone we spoke to on and off camera. The protests outside hotels often last an hour or two. But for those inside, the journey they've lived through and the fear that follows them can last a lifetime.